Letters to Timothy. 1 Timothy is a book of the New Testament of the Bible, written by the Apostle Paul. It is addressed to Timothy, a young Christian leader who was one of Paul's close associates. The letter is considered a pastoral letter, as it provides guidance and instruction on how to lead the church in Ephesus. In the letter, Paul advises Timothy on how to handle false teachings, and on how to appoint leaders within the church. He also encourages Timothy to be an example of good conduct, to teach sound doctrine, and to be a faithful steward of the mysteries of God. He also addresses the role and qualifications of different leadership positions in the church, such as bishops and deacons, and encourages Timothy to select suitable men for these roles. Paul also addresses the behavior and roles of men and women in the church, teaching on the importance of maintaining order and avoiding disputes. He advises that women should dress modestly, refrain from speaking in the assembly, and should learn in silence. Paul also reminds Timothy of the importance of prayer and spiritual discipline, and encourages him to be steadfast in his faith, even in the face of persecution. He also encourages him to be patient with those who oppose the faith, and to avoid quarreling over words, which he says is unprofitable and leads to the ruin of the hearers. In summary, 1 Timothy is a letter of instruction and guidance, written by Paul to his close associate Timothy, providing guidance on how to lead the church in Ephesus. It deals with themes such as sound doctrine, leadership, the behavior and roles of men and women in the church, and the importance of spiritual discipline and perseverance in the faith. 2 Timothy is a book of the New Testament of the Bible, written by the Apostle Paul. The letter is considered a personal letter, as it is written as a farewell and encouragement from Paul, who is nearing the end of his life. In the letter, Paul encourages Timothy to be strong in the face of persecution and suffering, and to continue to be faithful in his ministry. He reminds Timothy of the importance of the Scriptures in the Christian life, and encourages him to guard the deposit of faith that has been entrusted to him. He also gives personal advice to Timothy, encouraging him to come visit him before his impending death. He also encourages Timothy to remain faithful to the teachings he has received, and to not be ashamed of the gospel, even if it means suffering. Paul also warns Timothy of the dangers of false teachers, who will try to lead the believers astray with false teachings. He advises Timothy to avoid such people and to hold fast to the teachings he has received. He also advises him to be careful of those who oppose the faith, and to be wise in how he responds to them. Paul also encourages Timothy to be diligent in his service to the Lord, and to be an example of good conduct. He also reminds him of the importance of the ministry of the Word of God, and the importance of standing firm in the face of opposition. In summary, 2 Timothy is a personal letter, written by Paul to his close associate Timothy, providing encouragement, advice, and warnings as Paul nears the end of his life. It deals with themes such as faithfulness, perseverance, the importance of the Scriptures, the dangers of false teachers, and the importance of standing firm in the face of opposition.